Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to find the best sense for you. Now this is geared at new players obviously, or intermediate players that just can't quite find what's right for them, you know. And yeah, let's get right into it. I'm not good at intros, and this is my 5th video of the day, so let's just hop right into it. Now, the biggest thing that new players will do when they come to the game of Rainbow Six Siege is they'll look up a good player, a pro player, whatever, and look up Shiko's aim, Shiko's sense, Bolo's sense, Stompin's sense, things like that. And now that is good to do as like a starting point, you know, somewhere to start, but where you start doesn't really matter that much. Generally, I'll show you my sense. Generally, you want to have your vertical sensitivity to be significantly lower than your horizontal sensitivity. Now, if you think about it, that's so if you're getting shot from the back, your horizontal sensitivity is more, so you can turn on them, right? You're not gonna need to turn on anybody going like this, right? So you keep it lower. That also helps you with recoil control a little bit better too. Just stuff like that. Generally, you want to just find a sense and play with it a little bit. And so let's say for me, I'm starting at 2575. My ADS sensitivity is this, but yeah, you usually want the ADS sensitivity to be fairly low and to gradually go a little bit higher on the higher magnifications. But like these ones don't really matter. If you're playing glass or like people who need those magnifications, you're kind of weird. 1.0 and 2.5 is the only ones that matter. So let's say you picked my sense and you start here. What you want to do is you want to find a spot on a map like this, and you start here and flick. Like, you notice how I went too far? I might have to lower my sense a little. But your goal would be you start here and you try to flick to a certain spot, right? And if you can consistently flick back and forth to that spot, then your sense is probably pretty good for you. But if you're consistently like going like over, right? Like this, then you know that your sense is too low. So you'll go in and lower your sense by 2. Right? And then you try again. If you're like, ooh, this time I'm not going far enough, then you'll raise it by 1. Right? You want to make it super, I'm going to put it back to my normal one, but you want to make it super gradual so that you can tell what works and what doesn't. Right? I would recommend only going up by like 2 at a time, or 4 at a time, or 5 at a time at the most, and just figuring out what works. And once you find a sense that works for here, right? I'm going a little short now, but then you go somewhere else, like a farther one like this, right? See how this works for you. And you just gradually do that more and more until you get the feel of your sense and you feel like you got one that's best for you. See how I'm kind of undershooting? Oh, now I overshot. But if you undershoot consistently, then you raise your sense a little bit. You overshoot consistently, lower your sense a little bit. And once you get that down, go left to this farther one. Right? See what works for you. And then once you get that down, it's really about practicing with it. Now, you can have the craziest sense you want, but it's not going to make you good. Right? The general rule of thumb for having a good sense is lower vertical, higher horizontal, and then practice. The only way to get good is to practice. Now, I use training grounds to do that, personally. Before I hop on, I'll go on like I'll go on to training grounds and I'll go big ball, just warming up, trying to trying to get all of the big balls, and I, as you can see, haven't played any Siege today, so I definitely need, definitely need this warm up. And once you do that, you can switch to dummy, because this is one where you won't kill him with one shot, right? This one you actually have to put a mag into him, so this is where you can focus on your recoil control and see if you need to change your sense based off of that. Now, I picked Brava just to kind of show you guys how to find your right sense with like the ACOG. But typically, when you're warming up like this, you want to use like a harder to use weapon. Like I would warm up with like the SMG-11, just because it's hard to control the recoil on it. So it just it'll warm you up better. It gets you in like a. I really don't know how to describe it since my brain's fried right now. Oof, that's bad. But just warming up with a harder to control weapon will make you that much better at the weapons that are easy to control, right? So I typically start with the SMG-11, and I'll do like the big ball drill, then I'll do a dummy drill, then I'll switch to Brava, like I was just on. And I'll go, sorry about that. I'll do a dummy drill with Brava, and then once I'm done with that, I'll go small ball, which is obviously small ball. Much harder to aim at, but I have an ACOG, so it's not that difficult, right? And yeah. That's basically the entire video. I'm kind of getting distracted by my own aim training right now. But step by step, find something that you want to start with. Find a starting point, low vertical, high horizontal, and just work on flicking, right? Work on getting to a line and just trying to hit that line every time. And if you're consistently short, raise your sensitivity. If you're consistently far, lower your sensitivity. And once you find one that you think works, practice. Run these training grounds, work on your flicks, play some free-for-alls, play some matches until you get it down. No amount of tips and tricks will beat good old-fashioned hard work, right? Siege is a very difficult game, and if you want to be good at it, you have to put work in. You have to learn the maps. You have to learn the strats. You have to practice with your sense. Those are the three things that you need to learn to be successful in Rainbow Six Siege. But yeah, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be uploading new videos every weekday, back to back. And yeah. If you have any suggestions for new videos or something that I could do better in my videos, let me know in the comments. I'm always trying to get better. That's the name of the game. If I get better, I'll help you more and things like that. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.